Okay, hopefully everybody can see me. Of course, my name is Kent. We are the developers of the challenge application, of course, on the EOS blockchain. And I noticed that the markets were up a little bit today, so I started to thinking a little bit more about what EOS should be doing to get back up into the top 10 and start to be a viable token that people want to be involved with. Not that, right now, right? I guess the name EOS is kind of poisoned right now. As the foundation has even said, and everybody else has said too. Nobody wants to be a part of EOS because it's been such a loser for the last 3 years. So, in my perspective, what we need to do as a community, and I think they're going to have the fireside chat here on Wednesday. I don't know if I might try to join that call. As a community, what we really need to do is we need to encourage the foundation to help to get the tokens traded. I think that should be a singular focus for the EOS blockchain. And the reason why, and I mean, a lot of people say, yeah, you guys got a token, so you guys are just doing something to help yourselves. You're doing, this is a self-serving thing, to get your token traded on a larger exchange, an exchange that gets more exposure. But I think that's got to be the purpose of the whole EOS blockchain. I mean, the purpose of a blockchain is it's independent computer servers around the world that are running applications. And if nobody builds, nobody gets traded, and nobody has any kind of way of raising money or getting money from the exchanges or getting money from the token sales, they'll never prosper. There's no way for us to prosper. And the idea of just doing grants and shuffling EOS from one account to another account and coming up with another idea of how we should be more fair and how we distribute funds, community funds. I mean, all that stuff is good stuff, but it's not moving us out into the direction we need to go. The reason Ethereum got so popular is because a lot of people made a lot of money from the projects that were on Ethereum. And right at this point, I don't think hardly anybody's done anything with any of the tokens on EOS. So, when you're, if EOS would do this, if this would happen, it would make a major difference in the markets. Because these other blockchains that are starting to take off right now, Solana, which Solana Beach is just a little ways from me from when the Solana blockchain was named after. The guy was from Qualcomm. He's right here in San Diego, which is where I'm at. Solana, of course, Cardano, and some of these other blockchains, Binance. They don't have a lot built on them either. I mean, they're struggling to get projects too. But what got the Ethereum blockchain to really take off is that the projects got on in the markets and people started trading them. Right now, nobody trades the EOS tokens, very few. We have Nudex, maybe a few other minor exchanges. But this would prosper everybody in the blockchain, and it would take the focus off EOS, that has kind of a poisoned name right now, and it would put the focus back on the applications that are on the blockchain. So I think the major focus for EOS to survive and get back into this game and get back into viability would be for them to figure out a way, and I don't know how it could be done. I don't think there needs to be a lot of money, but figure out a way to set up some sort of a system so that there is a pathway for applications that are real applications, not Dogecoin or Shiba coin, but real applications to start being traded on some serious exchanges that have some serious volume, and not to throw it back to the applications and say, hey, it's up to you to get this going. I mean, Elon Musk would have never ever put his name on Dogecoin if somebody hadn't gotten it traded first. It had to be traded first, had to get a following, and then Elon Musk kind of just shirt-tailed onto that. But he didn't know about this unless it had already a huge community. And the only way you get a huge community is you got to get people excited. I mean, look at the guy from Hex, H-E-X, Richard Hart. I've made a few videos on him. He's a promoter and, really doesn't build much, but he's great at getting people excited and getting them to invest. And his projects prosper. I think that's one of the things that's really lacked with EOS is a way to promote the projects, a way to get the project's exposure. Up to this point, we have had very little exposure, if any. Like I say, a few decentralized exchanges, Nudex, and so on and so forth. So yeah, for EOS to survive, we need to get some major exchanges to start trading these tokens. And some of these exchanges are block producers already on the EOS blockchain. If they would just recognize the fact that their efforts are pretty much futile if they don't help the applications. If they don't get the applications going, then why be a block producer? Why sit there and earn EOS every day as a block producer if that EOS just is a stagnant token that never trades and continues just to trend south and never ever makes any gains? So really, I mean, it's not a plea because we are a token and we're trying to give ourselves a benefit of being traded because we'd like to be traded. Of course, we'd like to be traded. But I mean, it's not exclusively us. I like to see all the tokens on EOS have a pathway to being traded. So anyway, that's my pathway for EOS to start to succeeding. Is we need to have a pathway for the exchanges to trade tokens, because that's, after all, at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. No public company today, and I used to be a stockbroker, so I know, no public company today got to where they were without a public market, a public opportunity to sell their tokens. Elon Musk wouldn't be one of the richest people in the world if he hadn't been able to go public with his Tesla stock and some of the other things. That's what's made him wealthy. Not his ideas or his brilliance or anything like that, but the ability to take those ideas and give them to the markets and say, hey, look, trade this. And then people would start to see basically the idea and the blue sky and the possibilities. And that's what's made him rich. Not the fact that he's actually made a lot of money or the fact that his businesses are that successful, but that his vision has been out there for people to see and understand and for people to get a piece of it. And when people become part of it, then they make it grow. Everybody in every person practically that has made a lot of money in the last 20 years has done it through the public markets, stock market, by going public. And we should be no different on these cryptocurrencies. That's the whole thing about cryptocurrencies right now, is an ability to access previously closed off areas of raising money. If you want to go public through the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ, you will be hurting financially, seriously, because of the money it needs. This is a public way to do it by just creating an application ID and going public with it. And I think if we do that, if we promote the tokens, then I think things will be, EOS has a very, very bright future. So hope this turned out all right. Like I say, I may be on the call on Wednesday, and I'd like to bring this point up. So, signing off.